HTH is proud to be fueled by BioSteel, produced locally in Windsor, Ontario. Zero sugar hydration, no artificial additives, performance focused, trusted by athletes with eco-friendly packaging. Visit biosteel.ca and use the promo code CRISPYHTH, all caps, to save 20% off your order. That's CRISPYHTH to save 20% on biosteel.ca. What's going on, all you beauts and beauties? Welcome to the Hat-Trick Hockey Podcast, brought to you by GL Heritage, the official beer of HTH. I am your host, Brett Hedges, along for the ride with my favorite guy, the king of crispy, the recently new birthday man, Anthony Gaudette. What was it? Was it big number 40 this year, or was it 41?
It was 41 this year.
41 and
Yeah.
having fun.
Oh,
Before we get going into the show, make sure you support our sponsors because they support us. Get 20% off your order at biosteel.ca by using the promo code CRISPYHTH. And of course, with Howie's Hockey Tape, get 10% off your order there with the promo code HTH Podcast. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media channels, all those links and blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Merch store. Merch
yeah.
store. We recently had a big order from a friend of ours, Kevin Sterling, just put in a big merch
Yeah.
order,
Yep.
and he was showing off some of the fun T-shirt designs that Ant throws up there. And there's a couple of really funny ones like "Chirp First, Apologize
Apologize never.
Never." I
Yeah.
hadn't seen that one. I was really happy with that one. And what's the one you got on your head there, Ant? Is that something that's available for purchase or
What,
what?
this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
This is in the store, team bonding. As you guys know, always talk about that, and there's a line brawl on the shirt, sticks and gloves all over the ice. We
mhm.
also just created a shirt that says talk less, scrap more. So I like that one too. That one's pretty good as well. So smash that merch link in the show thing here. Sorry guys, my brain
Description.
my brain is shut off right now. I just got
It's
done
not.
work. So,
Yeah.
but yes, all the merch is in there. I put up new merch all the time, and I'll tell you, if you have an idea for merch, let us know. Send us an inbox, talk to Brett, talk to me, whatever. If you have a good idea for merch, I will hook you up for merch ideas. So,
Yeah.
just throwing that out there.
We're down for anything. Like last year, I
Absolutely.
talked about, oh, we need a bucket hat. Like 30 minutes later, it's like,
Mhm.
okay, we have a bucket
So
hat
yeah,
option. Like,
yeah. So one of the things too that I was looking at is we call Tristan Hockey Google. So I'm looking now at designing like a hockey Google.
hmm
Sure. And then when we find something with what's going on with Brett here, um, or he does something funny or something, something will end up coming along. It always does.
yeah,
Um, and then he'll end up he'll have a shirt in the store too. So as me, I got the crispy ones and the King of Crispy and stuff in there. So I would eventually like it to where like all of us kind of have our own shirts in the store.
I see.
You know what I mean?
hmm
So if
Well,
you have any ideas, Brett, or something that
yeah.
you would like, let me know. And
What do you think Drew's shirt should be? Producer Drew.
I don't know.
We
Probably
that's not for this
probably
conversation.
have some smoke around it or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I would like all of us to each have our own something with our shirt, with a shirt, at least one.
Yeah, maybe like Tristan's would be like Mr. Hockey Google with like volleyballs and hockey pucks and like stuff around the
Eventually, I
rim.
would like to have one of like I want Drew to come out with a good camera and take photos of us, like nice like headshots. And
Yeah.
I want to do one of all of us in like cartoon.
Okay. That'll be fun. Like The Simpsons almost.
Yeah, because well, what I want to do is if I can make something sick, I want to put us on the boards in Harrow.
Okay.
So if I can get something sick like that, then it's a pretty good opportunity for advertisement, and it's a very reasonable price in
Yeah.
Harrow too. So that's always we're always looking to expand. We're always looking to get new eyeballs on us anyway. So sponsors too. If sponsors want, we're now opened up for sponsor spots now that we kind of got everything figured out and we're running nice and crispy now. So
Hmm.
sponsors, reach out to us too if you like an ad read on the show from this beautiful man right there, Brett. And
Yep.
then yeah, we can get rocking with some ad reads too. So
For sure. And you talked about putting the logo on the boards in an
Yeah,
arena.
yeah,
Our logo was affiliated with a nice charity event most
yes,
recently.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, and you and I were involved. Me, and Drew
yeah.
all went and spent the day at the Play for a Cure, and we shot a bunch of interviews, and we were hoping
Hmm.
to have a little bit of a mega episode out of
Yeah.
that soon.
Hmm.
I know that it was a busy time for you with union elections and everything, but
Yeah.
how did you think that it all went?
I thought it was great, man. I had a blast. We got to interview some crazy big names.
Hmm.
Um, Andre Wall put on a fucking show. I'll tell you guys that right
Yep.
now. So when that,
Hats off.
well, yeah, when that one drops off, it was pretty funny. Drew was like literally like crying, laughing off of
Yes.
camera when we were interviewing Andre Wall. So that was pretty good. We had the guys from on the bench.
Yep.
We
Jacob
had
and Ollie.
we
Yep.
had the on the bench boys go on with us too. We had Adam Graves on with us, which is a crazy yet like
Yeah.
insane.
Unreal.
Um,
And he was so candid with us too. Not candid, but
100%.
like he was just
No,
straightforward with
he
us.
was
Like,
just sitting down shooting the shit. That's what he was doing. It was
yeah.
amazing, man. It was just sitting next to him, just the like aura that
Yeah.
this guy has, you know what I mean? It's insane.
Yeah. Very
Um,
humble person too.
yeah, and he still moves pretty damn good on the ice too. So kudos to him for that.
Yeah.
Um, but it was just an overall experience. Jeff Casey just hits it out of the park every single time. It's
Yeah.
like it's almost to the point where like, and I mean this in the best way, but like it's it's a joke. I just everything this guy touches, it just blows
Turns
up.
to
So
gold.
yeah, he's a guy. He's amazing. He's just everything that he does and the effort that he puts into it, and he puts his sweat and tears into it, man. And he like busts his
His
ass.
his attention to detail is very
It's
is very impressive.
unbelievable. That guy does an amazing job. So we will always work with Jeff. We will anything that Jeff wants us to do, we will always do. It doesn't matter, Jeff. It's always yes. I've told you this
Mhm.
before. Um, and just yeah, we just love doing that stuff. We went to the draft dinner.
But yeah, that was fun. I had never
Yeah,
been to the draft dinner you had before. I
yeah,
always end up being on afternoons when that
yeah.
event happens, so
Hmm.
I couldn't go to the banquet. But this year I did. I had a
Yeah.
great time.
Yeah, Terry Ryan is trying to get us to go to the strip club. We did not, but it was
Yeah, he was the
he
one
wanted
person
us.
that we didn't get that we wanted to, but he was
Yeah,
incentivized to
Terry
be
was
all
like
weekend.
he was so busy. It was insane, but
It's okay.
he was we'll get him on here on Zoom. It won't be an issue. I have Terry's number and I can send him a text and he answers like pretty quick. So
Yeah,
Terry's pretty good like that. But we'll get him on. Trying to think, we got it. We had a couple of the locals too. We had our my friend from Harrow, Jason Fabach, came on. Dude,
yeah.
this guy's art and comic book stuff is incredible. There's what is it? Is it called Ghost? Is it Ghost Rider or something like?
Go so Jason is a Hero Boy just like
Yeah,
and Drew.
it's Ghost something.
He was a an artist. It's Ghost Machine.
Ghost Machine. That's it. Yeah.
He was an
Sorry,
artist
JP.
for DC and he worked on things
Yeah.
like Batman and a bunch of other like really
Crazy.
fun titles. Like
Mhm.
I know that he said Batman. He said a bunch of other ones for
Yeah.
DC. But then he started a company with a new company called Ghost Machine. Now they're doing their own like comic stuff, and that's like that part to me that was a really fun part of the day
Hmm.
because we had gotten to hockey people, right? But we didn't really have any of like the like we call them the Joes. They're the average Joes, right? They're just the everyday people that are playing in the tournament, right? And having a guy like Jason, he's a great story. It's a little bit of a unique situation
Yeah.
because
That's
he's
why I
a
wanted him on with us.
yeah, and he had a great story, 10-15 minutes and
Yeah.
got to talk about his career and stuff and his takes on the events and everything.
Mhm.
So that was a lot of fun. We talked to Carrie Fraser again.
Yeah.
Jacob
Dylan
and Ollie were
Denemy too.
great. Yeah, Dylan Denemy kicked it off for us, and that helped us kind of just get our nerves under control there because they
Yeah.
set us up in the conveners room in between the two rinks, and it was right out near the reception area where everyone's sitting, and it was a little not overwhelming, but it was like oh like it was it was hard to just like turn it
Yeah.
on. So it was good for Dylan to come
And
in
I
and
want
help us
to kind
break
of
the bracket.
apologize to everyone too, because they were kind of wanted to peek in and see what was going on. But when we interviewed, we had to close the door because it was so loud that the
Mhm.
sound wouldn't have been good. So we had to do that. So I apologize to everybody for that. But I just wanted to make sure that we blast out a good episode because
Yeah, the
it's
quality.
not very well for us. It'll be once a year that we're going to be able to do this. So we want to knock it out of the park every chance we get. So I'm sorry, everybody, but the episode's going to be really good. The
Yeah, I think
episode's
it's
going to
about
be really
seven
good.
or eight segments, and
Yeah.
it,
So instead of um, splitting it up or 4 and 4 or whatever, we're just going to throw it all in one episode. So
Mhm.
it's coming. It's coming.
What we should do, and we'll talk about Drew. I'm sure this is his idea, is that we should post all of those collectively as
Yeah.
one big mega episode, and if
That's
we can, we'll upload them to YouTube individually as well,
yeah.
just so we get those extra hits. And
Yeah. Well, because what I can definitely split once Drew has it edited, I'll split it all up.
yeah,
Yeah.
because they're all different files, right? So
Yeah. I'll
uh,
split it all up and then I can I don't know. We can even post clips and stuff like that. We're gonna
that's
do a
what I
bunch of
mean.
stuff, but
Yeah,
you know what? These guys have probably had enough listening to us blabber. So let's get into the hockey. What do we
for
got,
sure.
big dog?
So just before that one,
Yeah,
just
one more.
you're gonna no. So for the play for cure one, make sure you
Mhm.
stick around for the cookie story. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes,
Stick
it
around for the
was.
cookie story.
That was the one that had Drew rolling.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us. It's been a while since we recorded a live episode, me and you, and Tristan together.
Mhm.
But we've had a bunch of interviews come out recently. We had the Andrew Castles interview come out. We had the Jeff Casey interview come out to preview Play
Yeah,
for Cure. We had the James Duthie interview
yeah,
come out. So that was a big trio of interviews going on there. And during that time, a lot has happened,
yeah,
and the PJHL playoffs ripped through the area.
yeah.
And after taking a 3-1 series lead, the Essex 73s were up 3-1. The Lakeshore Canadiens came all the way back and forced Game 7 and dominated in
Yeah, they
Game
did.
7 to win the Stobbs Division
Mhm.
championship. So my hat's off to the Lakeshore Canadiens.
100%.
And that was a
It,
crazy comeback that we saw from the Habs.
it's Lakeshore, man. I will if it was 3-0, I would never count them out, and that's just the type of team that they can be. They they can dig deep. They have lots of depth, and I'm telling you, Bo Porosky was amazing in that series. He made some unreal saves.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's just but two overtime losses too.
Yep.
I believe 2 games in a row were lost in
Was
OT. I think five
game
and six, right?
Game 5 and 6, I believe. I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me. I can pull it
No,
up, but like,
but
but
yeah, it's
I really feel like Ant that after Game 5, when they got it to 3-2, I believe it was You're right. It was Julian Geniak that had two back-to-back OT winners in Games
yeah,
5 and Game 6.
yeah.
But after Game 5, Essex came back and had a good game in Lakeshore. I believe they doubled them in shots, and then but credit
I
to
was
Lakeshore, they
yeah.
didn't give up that last goal, and they got Julian Geniak another
Mhm.
OT winner there. And after that, I really feel like the air was out of the balloon for the Essex
Mhm.
73s, and they were chasing Lakeshore up the mountain at that
Mhm.
point because the Canadians had all the momentum, and they
Yeah,
came out and they were up. It was like
that
4-0 in the
yeah.
first period in Game 7, and then they
That's
rolled to a win.
tough to stay focused when you have a 3-1 series lead, and then next thing you know, it's 3-3, and you're playing game 7. And it's tough to stay focused,
Hmm.
especially when two of the games are in overtime. I did say at the start of the series, though, that it would have been that it was going to be a very, very super tight, low scoring series. And for the most part, it kind of was.
Yeah,
And then what I liked about it is it was physical. There was a couple scraps. It was like they were scrumming it up. It was the normal Essex Lakeshore rivalry, and it was great, man. That's what this area needs. This area needs we need that stuff, man. It's good for local hockey.
yes.
But then yeah, but Lakeshore went on and then they walked too. It was like,
It was they beat Mount Bridges in four,
yeah,
and then they ran into the Tavistock Braves. And
yeah.
Tavistock, I was very impressed with what I watched in that series there. And Tavistock walks away with the Schmalz Cup semifinal win over Lakeshore. It was a 5 or 6. 1 second here. Because
I think
now
it
it's
was. I
Fergus.
think it was 6.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Yeah, yeah, it was 6. Yeah, because Lakeshore won game 5 to push it to game 6.
Hmm.
So it's the Fergus Whalers and the Tavistock Braves. Congratulations to them. I'm not going to pretend that I know a lot about either of these teams. I just want to give our props to both organizations
Hmm.
for making it this far. Because shit, man, you got to win 5 series just to get to the finals
Yeah,
in this league.
6 to
Most
win it
leagues it's
all.
4, right? And 6 to win it all.
Yeah,
So
it's
best of
crazy.
luck to them. Congratulations to the Lakeshore Canadiens
Hmm.
on winning the Stobbs Division.
Yeah,
And right after that, Ant, there was some big news announced for the Essex 73s regarding coaching change and a little bit of shuffling of the deck with the organization, with Tony Prosky officially retiring,
yeah.
and who signed in to be the head coach and GM now.
Matthew Pumple. So Pumps is obviously he's a Essex boy. He is played had a great OHL career. He had a pretty good NHL
Peterborough.
career.
Yep.
He had a pretty good pro career.
Yep.
But for both, I think now I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure for a little bit, or if not half of last season or so, Pumps might have been running the bench because they knew they were just kind of trying to get him ready to go.
Yep.
And now he's here. He's ready to go. He's a coach and the GM
Yep.
at the
And
same time. Yeah,
Paley moves to
hockey
hockey
ops.
operations.
Yeah, hockey operations. So between those two, it's going to be there's a lot's going to change. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way. I have a feeling a lot's going to change, and like Pumps is ready, and he's ready to do this throughout the entire organization. He's already talked like even all the way down to us who do the play by play and social media and stuff like that. So he's already talked to us too about just kind of what he wants to do with the organization and how he wants stuff ran. And that's what winning organizations do. It
Yeah.
starts it starts from the top and it goes all the way down into the dressing room, all the way through everybody, through the staff, through everybody, and he wants everybody on the same page. So I respect that, and and it's I mean when a guy it's pumps, dude. And
Yep.
so I already talked to him. I got to get him on now that he's going to be in this new role, and we're going to talk some. We're not going to talk his pro stuff. We're going to talk Essex 73s, and we're going to hammer him with questions
I've
when he
never,
comes
I've
on.
never, I've never met Matt or talked to him, so looking
He's
forward to that.
awesome guy. Great guy. He's great for this role. He's young. The guys on the bench love him. The organization loves him. The town loves him. It's just it's the right fit. Timing's right. Everything's perfect right now. The time is now for him to be here. So I
Hmm.
have a feeling like let's face it, a coach like that, like he's gonna be yeah, he'll be here for a few years or whatever, but like eventually he's going to want to go above the junior C level at some point. You
Yeah,
know what
we'll
I'm
see.
saying?
Yeah, we'll
So
see. We'll see how he likes home.
unless you never know,
And,
he
yeah,
might just absolutely love it here and love what he's doing and stay. But I mean, a coach like him, like he's gonna. I just don't think it's gonna be long before teams from higher up are gonna be calling pumps. That's all
yeah.
I'm saying.
With his
He's gonna
professional experience,
he's
why
gonna be
wouldn't you,
highly
right?
touted. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely. And he said no to playing, some other places to come stick around
Yeah,
here, right? He doesn't want to play anymore.
absolutely. Yeah. Hmm.
That's exciting. So
Yeah.
welcome to Essex. Well, to the
Welcome back, pumps.
Essex.
Yeah.
Yeah, to
Welcome
Matt Paul.
back.
I've never met him, but I've heard a lot of really good
Well,
things.
we're gonna have to change that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so really looking forward to it. Congratulations to Lakeshore for winning the Stobbs divisions. Uh, Wanted to give a shout out to a couple of players that had really good series. Julian Geniak played really well for Lakeshore down the stretch, like we talked about.
Yeah.
2 overtime winners there. He played really well in their series against Mount Bridges as well.
Mhm.
Brody Jones was very good as well for Lakeshore, and so those two key drop downs at the deadline were a big reason why uh Lakeshore was able to
Mhm.
win the championship. And I remember talking with, well, you, me, and Tristan recorded that episode in your garage the one night at Dropdown, and we talked a lot about how we thought Julian Geniak and Brody Jones would help Lakeshore. And not to say that we know our stuff,
Not a
because
big deal.
but we predicted it rather well. So
Hmm.
those two were absolutely massive down the stretch. Bo Porosky, like you said, and played really well. And I want to give a shout out to the coaching staff because
Yeah.
that team was down 3-2 to Blenheim,
Hmm.
going to Blenheim on a Sunday night for game six, and they went in there and they won. And then they came back home and won game seven. And so I think that it all changed for them right there. And they really stepped it up and started playing with with a lot of purpose. So
Hmm.
congratulations to Lakeshore. Like I said, Brent Webster, great job of commanding the troops, but ultimately, congrats to the players. They pulled
Yeah.
it off and they played well and they deserved to win. So congratulations to them. Best of luck down the road for everybody else. I know that they've already had rookie camps and
Oh yeah,
some people
everyone's
have had some
firing up.
spring skates and things
Hmm.
like that. So
Yeah.
I know that Zach Gervais from Amherstburg left that head coaching position, and now Paul pardon me if I say
Or
the last name,
Portinho.
Portinho.
Yeah.
Portinho, he's
Yeah.
back behind the bench in Amherstburg there. So looking forward to seeing that. He did get that team to the
Hmm.
league finals once
Yep.
before, so who
Is
knows?
it?
I liked what I saw out of Amherstburg last year. There may be
Hmm.
a couple of players away from making a deeper run into the playoffs, and
Yeah.
with
Paul's a Paul's a great coach.
yeah,
He'll be awesome there.
yeah,
100%.
looking forward to it there. So the division is shook up. Yeah, we had Moortown. We had a bit of an interesting situation in Moortown where some let's say allegations of verbal abuse and things like that from the coaching staff ultimately leads to the Moortown coaching staff taking the resigning
Mhm.
and where's his name? I'm sorry. But anyway, because we're catching up on so like a couple weeks, like 2, 3, 4 weeks worth of stuff, it's hard to like kind of keep it straight sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, this coach is gone.
No,
Oh
that's
wait,
okay
this coach
though.
is gone.
That's all
It's
right.
okay. But they did name a replacement. I believe his name's Kevin Devine. He's going to be the new head coach of the
Oh,
Moortown Flag. So
sweet.
looking forward to that. And best of luck to everybody involved.
Mm-hmm.
And we were on TV recently
Yep.
in the OHL
Yep.
playoffs.
Oh yeah. That
Had
was
a
our
couple of
first playoff appearance, I want to say.
Yes, so we just finished up our second season as a trio doing some analysis for the Windsor Spitfires and the
Hmm.
Spits. We went into after they beat Guelph in the first series, we got the call saying, "Okay, hey, we're gonna bring Windsor and Flint are gonna play. You guys are gonna do these three games 3, 4, and 6 potentially." And we're like, "Okay, sweet. Well, so we're doing our prep and doing that and." After a couple of days, it's like, whoa, Windsor's up 2-0 in this series. And then we
Yeah.
go into the studio for game three. And after that game, it's like, oh my Lord, Windsor's up 3-0 in this series. And then we go into the studio for game four. And afterwards they win. We're like, oh my God, Windsor just swept the Flint
Yeah.
Firebirds and are off to the Western Conference final. What an interesting week that was. And what were your thoughts about their second round win over Flint before we talk about the OHL West finals?
It was just domination,
Mm-hmm.
start to finish. And that was without Ethan Belches, too. Let's
True.
have in
Yeah.
mind, who's like obviously didn't get to play again, but I think that's for the better. But um yeah, it was just pure domination. All the big dogs were out, all the big guys were scoring. Everybody, it was just a good, just all around from everybody. Costanzo was great in that they were getting scoring. Cristofaro just bounces around the lineup like a rubber ball. You could play this guy anywhere. Offense, defense, like pretty soon
Basically
he's
everything but first line
pretty
center.
soon he's going to be playing net, and the next game he's going to be up in the stands selling fucking popcorn. This guy does everything. So
Funny.
it's amazing, but he was fantastic. What I like too is they were fighting, they were sticking up for each other. I love seeing that. That's my kind of hockey, team stuff, team bonding. Okay,
Team,
it has to happen.
yeah.
But it's and like the only shitty part about, well, let's get into the next round first. Like the first that round against Flint was just pure domination. It was
Yeah, they played well. They won game one, I believe it was 4-2, and then they came back from being down. I think it was five. They were down 5-3 in the third
Mhm.
period of game two. They came back and tied that game, and then they won it with a goal by Connor Walton in the last minute to go up 2-0. And that's where I really think the momentum shifted. They played really well in game three to take home a win in that one, and then in game four, it was a really solid back and forth game, but Windsor pulled it out to sweep the Flint Firebirds and then move on to the Western Conference Finals. Unfortunately, they lost to the Kitchener Rangers by a 4-1 count. I watched all five games, Ant, and I was really impressed with the level of hockey. Windsor only had one bad game, and unfortunately, it was the game that put them down 3-1 and kind
Mhm.
of put them behind the eight ball. But losing to this Kitchener Rangers team is not a shameful thing to say, as they're at the time of this recording they're up 1-0 in the OHL finals.
Mhm. Well, the only thing was too is there was, I believe, was there two times? Yeah, two times in that hockey game where I believe Windsor had a 2-goal lead in the game that eliminated them.
Yes. Yeah,
Right.
they're up 3-0.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So they were up 3-0. After the first, it was 3-1. After the second, it was 4-2.
Yep.
And then they went into the third. They didn't get anything in the third. Kitchener tied it. And then OT. Boom.
Yeah,
Like
that was a nice snipe too.
it was. Like I don't mind, like yeah, it's sucks ass that they lost, but when it's on stuff like that, like it's
Yeah, you
that's
lost to a
sniping.
really good team
Yeah.
with 10 NHL prospects on your squad on
Was
their
that it?
squad. There's 10 NHL drafted players on that team. Almost like London in years past. Like that's
Mhm.
what Kitchener loaded up and did this year. Once they figured out that they weren't once it was announced that they weren't getting next year's Memorial Cup,
Yeah.
Kitchener loaded up on this year. And they picked up Sam O'Reilly, they picked up Jared Woolley,
Hmm.
and they've got a number of really good players on that team to begin with. And
Yeah.
to Windsor's credit, they went out at the deadline and they got a couple of NHL drafted players and Alex Ferron and Nathan Villeneuve, but 10 drafted players compared to Windsor's five with Greentree, Nesbitt, and Spellacy, as well as Ferron and Villeneuve. It just wasn't enough to
And
stack up. They were going to need a
yeah.
monumental, like Herculean effort from Joey Costanzo to win this series, and they were able to win one, and they got to overtime two other games.
Mhm.
So I think that Joey did his part.
Oh yeah.
They got close, but ultimately, you lose two overtime winners. You lose two overtime games, and you drop 4 out of 5 to that team. There's no shame there because I
Yeah.
do think that they're going to win the championship.
I think so too.
And
But
they
it
were my pick to
sucks.
win the championship
Yeah.
in like December. So,
But it sucks for guys like, well, for us too, that we don't get to see, like, let's face it, that team's going to look a lot different next year.
oh
Like,
yeah, 100%.
they're losing half the
Probably
team.
7 or 8. Yeah, probably 7 or 8 guys are gone.
You got to figure Green Tree's going to be gone. Nesbitt's going to be gone. Woodall's going to be gone.
Yeah,
Um, Davis is going to be gone, right? Is he gone or
I
is he
I
back?
think he Davis can come back for an overage year, but yeah, like so
But
Villeneuve
he's,
gone,
yeah,
Ferron gone.
gone.
Green Tree's going to be gone. He's going to be playing in LA or Ontario for their AHL team.
Yeah.
Gone. Joey Costanzo gone. Who's the defenseman? Wyatt Kennedy gone. Big 6'5" guy. They get Connor Walton back, so they get another huge defenseman. So they
Hmm.
could keep Walton, Cristoforo. Andrew Robinson will be on this team again next year, obviously. They'll probably
Uh,
bring up Grady Spicer. I'm assuming they will because he's really good in Junior B. They're going to have John Brown. They're going to have, um,
Ethan Belchez, probably,
yeah,
obviously.
Belchez is going to come back. Johnny McLaughlin, Ethan Garden. Like there are really good pieces that are going to come back for the Windsor Spitfires, but unfortunately, it's a missed opportunity to go deeper in the playoffs,
Yeah.
but only because the team that you lost to in the Western Conference Final was stacked. I'm
Hmm.
not making excuses, but there's
Yeah,
just
they're a wagon.
they're a really good team.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, out of 5 games that you played, you lost 4, so your
Mm.
season's done.
Yeah.
If they had won if they had won one of those overtime games, I think it would only have gone back to a game 6 anyway. I don't
Mhm.
think they were going to win 4 games against that Kitchener team.
No, I know that team's good.
Yep, but we can go with our season preview next time we get to. I mean, our season look ahead to 26,
Yeah.
27 season, all that. We can look at that at later times.
We'll do that over the summer.
Yeah,
Right.
fun. It was a fun season covering the
Hmm.
team, though. I gotta say, I felt like we did a pretty good job during our studio gigs. We did 12 of them over the years, over the course of the year. Whether it was all 3 of us,
Hmm.
2 of us, or just me, I thought that we did a good job. And Cliff, our producer, is always really not as complimentary as Cliff can be. He's really nice to us about what he does.
Well,
But I feel like, there's
yeah.
here's to more and more things, right? I got some nice compliments, some people saying that they watched us during the playoffs and they enjoyed what we did. So thanks to everybody for watching,
Yeah.
and thanks for
Getting crispy with us.
yeah, thanks for Ant and Tristan for joining me and making me not be so lonely during those games too. Because
Good
we
times.
I ultimately we do have some fun when we do those
Oh,
games. We get to sit in the green room and shoot the breeze and catch up with how everyone's doing and watch the hockey game. Then they
yeah.
say, okay, last TV timeout, get your stuff on. Let's go into the studio, wait for the break. Well, I
Mike's
guess
on.
we yeah, Mike's on this time, and it's always a fun time. So whenever the red light's on, the boys from Hadrick Hockey will be there, and thank you guys very much for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Damn right.
Yeah, on to next year.
Hmm.
The NHL playoffs are going on too, man.
Oh, are they ever?
And second round has started. We didn't get a chance to record prior to the first round
We
starting.
we were a little busy too though.
We were a little busy with everything. We're shooting
Yeah.
interviews, doing everything.
Hmm.
But a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Unfortunately, the Detroit Red Wings choke down the stretch and miss the playoffs. Um, but that's another story for another day.
This
Uh,
summer we're gonna get Mac on here with us.
Darren, yeah.
So we're gonna get D Mac on here with us, and we're gonna do a deep dive into this Red Wing stuff,
Yep.
like a whole episode,
Yep. I
just
agree.
smashing the Red Wings, and we're gonna hammer him with questions.
Yep.
So
I'm into that.
that's coming up this summer.
Yeah, make sure you guys look forward to that.
Mhm.
Is there anything that surprised you about the first round of the NHL playoffs or anything that has surprised you so far in the early second round? As of the time of this recording, only 2 teams have played game 2 yet in their second round series.
I mean, there's a few teams that I'm really kind of watching right now. Um, one being the Anaheim Ducks. I like the way that they're playing right now. They're really fun to watch, and
Hmm.
they're super young and they're well coached. And
Joel
it's
Quenneville, Windsor boy,
that's what I mean.
Riverside.
That's what I mean. And they are looking good. They were all over Vegas last night. I mean, all over them. They just swarm you. They just keep coming, well, in flocks, shall I
Yeah.
say. So you guys see what I did there? But it's
Ducks.
yeah. But it's I just like the way they play. They're young, they're fast, they're creative. They do what they will do whatever it takes to win. They will chew your leg off. They don't care. Whatever they have to do. What did you think quickly going back to the first round? What did you think of that goal call with the Ducks and Oilers? Everybody was like freaking out about that goal, right? One
Yeah.
like was it across the line?
Yeah, he had it
That
on
was
top,
it.
under his pad.
That was
Yeah.
definitely across the line, right?
It was over the line. People were
Okay.
just getting crazy
Okay.
about
I
it.
just thought I didn't know if everybody else was going if nuts
Because
or
what
I was going
was it
crazy,
called, a
but
goal on the ice?
I think it was.
Okay, then that's what it has to be. You have to have irrefutable evidence to overturn the call. So that's why they
I
kept it
could be
as a
wrong.
goal.
I wasn't watching it. I just seen the replay 4,000 times. So
Yeah, you could tell like could it have microscopically still been touching the goal line? Yes, it could have. But most likely it was not
yeah.
because the the view was obstructed by the goalie's pad. So and that's just the end of it, right?
Hmm.
Um, I think there's some more questions coming out of Anaheim. I mean, out of Edmonton after this playoff
Oh
series. I'll tell
yeah,
you what.
we'll get to that, but
Yeah,
it's
that's more of an off-season stuff too.
yeah.
But um,
But the other team that I'm kind of watching right now, and they are 6-0 right now in the playoffs, and that is the Carolina Hurricanes.
Rod
Uh,
Brindamore and his team.
Dangerous right now.
Yeah,
And this
I
like I know whatever they get to the conference finals and then they blow their load, but whatever. But I don't. I this year's different, dude. I
I
just
think they've
like
got it.
to just rip off six in a row like that in the playoffs.
It's
And I'm pretty
impressive.
sure everybody's healthy so far. They haven't really lost anybody. They haven't really 6 games in and nothing, no one even nicked up 6-0. Take that all day long. And this Logan Stankoven guy, he's like 6 goals in 6 games.
Yep.
Want to know who too? This Porter Martone kid is just a fucking thorn in the side of his opponents. I look every scrum, he's in the middle of it.
Yep.
You ever notice that?
He's a fantastic player. So he played for Brampton, the Steelheads.
Mm-hmm.
He was their captain, and then he went to Michigan State, or was it Penn State?
I'm
I
not
think he
sure.
played at Michigan. I think he went to Michigan State,
Yeah.
and then he played the NCAA this year. And as soon as the season was done, the Flyers called him up, and he's been playing unreal
Mm-hmm.
ever since he got called up. So I think we're going to see that NCAA pathway
Mm-hmm.
for these players moving forward
Also,
instead of like once they get drafted, they'll play one more year with that team and then they'll go to college for a year and then go to the NHL. I feel like that's going to be the pathway now.
mhm. Also too, former Windsor Spitfire Taylor Hall is having a hell of a playoffs too. He has 3 goals and 6 assists for 9 points in 6 games.
Back to back Memorial Cup MVPs
Yeah.
in '09.
So he is, I like seeing, all the former Windsor boys do good.
And you know what? Give him props too because he's had a long career.
Hmm.
This is like we're in 2026 and we're
Hmm.
talking about when he played junior in 2008, 2009, 2010. Like
Yeah.
dude's had a great
The,
NHL career.
yeah. The other team too is also 6-0 in the playoffs right now is the Colorado Avalanche.
Yes, I enjoyed
Or,
listening to Nathan McKinnon just
yeah.
gush about Gabriel Landeskog in the post-game interview or in like the presser, and then like
Mhm.
he Landeskog had to cut him off. He's like, "Okay, enough of that." Like because
Yeah.
he was talking about how he was gone for so long, and ever since he's come back, he's gotten better and better. And like
Yeah, well, it's a
Landeskog
shot.
had to like
It's a
like
nice shot.
stop it, enough of that.
It's a nice shot in the arm, adding a guy like that back into the lineup after such a long time, though.
Yeah,
That's your leader, you
yeah,
know?
the leader.
It's your captain. But Nathan fucking McKinnon, too. This guy skates like 1,500 miles an hour. He has like 10 points in 6 games. Um, I think, too, Kaprizov has had a hell of a playoff, too. I believe he's got 8 points. He's 4-4 over 8 games. Like
Yeah, I
it's
was
just
happy that Minnesota was able to.
all
I
this
was
yeah,
I really
all
like that series, but I'm glad that they won over Dallas.
just all the stars are playing awesome right now, and it's what makes for a good playoffs. Fighting's up a little bit. Well, there's a lot of scrums and stuff, anyways, right now, and a lot of the series. But
Hmm. I'm looking forward to watching this Buffalo Montreal
I
series.
know it.
Last night was a good for game one,
Mhm.
and I'm really thinking that this is going to that this series is going to go 6 or 7 for
Yeah,
sure.
do you want to know what was cool too? When game one first came on the air, so any chance I get, if they're showing a game like that on CBC, I watch it on CBC. I don't watch it on Sportsnet. Right?
Okay,
So I think it might be the same feed or whatever, but
pretty sure.
all the intros and stuff are all like the Hockey Night in Canada. So when it all first came on, so when they first got on the air or whatever, it was showing all the old school Buffalo, Montreal, and 3/4 of it was fights.
Yeah.
Because it was like Rob Ray going at it with everybody. It was just scraps galore.
Hmm.
And it was fantastic. And this series could end up being a lot like that too. I believe they do game two tonight. I
I
think.
believe you're right. I have game two is tomorrow because
Is it
they just
tomorrow?
played game one last night.
Okay.
But still, buckle up your chin straps because it's going to be a lot of fun.
Mhm. Definitely, man. 100%. What did you think of the Toronto Maple Leafs hires?
Well, I'm glad. So I'm glad that the Duffy interview came out because as we as we were interviewing him, we asked him like, oh, like what's wrong with the Leafs? And then immediately after this, they clean house and they go with a new GM and president. And I don't know. I think that this was rushed. I
Mhm.
feel like they didn't get the guy that they were hope. I don't know.
Leaf fans are pissed.
Something doesn't feel right
Yeah.
about this hire
Leaf
with Chaka.
Leaf fans are pissed.
Oh yeah, I bet Keith
Like
Pelly.
big
Yeah.
time. So the Chicklets guys, I was watching them, our friends over at Spit and Chicklets, and with a so I think it was Army because I guess when this guy was in Arizona, something
Yes.
went down or whatever. He cost the team like draft picks and shit or something, right?
Yeah, he did
Like,
some. He did. He had an improper. I'll look it up. Go ahead.
yeah. So anyway, so the Leafs will tie two things into one here. Win the fucking draft lottery. So
Yeah. Oh my
Toronto,
lord.
so Toronto
Yes.
wins the draft lottery. So Colby Armstrong, hilarious, says right out loud right after, like it was almost in like it was almost instant when he said it. He goes, "Hey, I heard that the freaking Leafs now are being investigated now because they got the first overall pick."
That's
It was
funny.
just cracking up. But then there's like a whole bunch of these rumors online where they're saying that McKenna doesn't want to go there,
Okay.
but that's probably all just rumor, right? Like you would think any kid that's just
Maybe.
happy to be drafted into the NHL would be.
What a crazy
It's
situation.
fucking wild in Toronto. Right? I can't stop. It's like a ugly car wreck or something. It's like something that you just can't stop looking at.
Hmm. So let's. I'll go over this timeline here of why people are a little
Yeah.
uneasy about
People are
John
losing
Shaka.
it right now. Fucking losing it.
So, for people that don't know, Matt Sundin was named
Yeah.
senior executive advisor of hockey operations, and then
What?
they named the new general manager John Shaka. Um, so in 2016, when Shaka was hired by Arizona, he was the youngest general manager in NHL history. He was just 26.
Crazy.
Yeah. But he had a bunch of scandals during his time in Arizona. Because he
How
quit in
long was he
2020
there?
just before the playoffs hit because all this stuff was going to come out.
Wow.
Um, 2021, Shaka was suspended from working in the NHL for the remainder of the 2021 calendar year. Commissioner Gary Bettman said Shaka violated the league's conduct detrimental to the league and game rules and had breached his obligation to the club by pursuing opportunities with other teams while still under contract with the Coyotes,
Oh,
then stepping down with 3 years left on his deal.
okay.
So he was suspended from working for any NHL team through December 2021. He's also had some scouting violations brought up in August 2020. Shaka, after 1 month after his resignation from Arizona, was at the center of another controversy, albeit unrelated to his scandalous exit from the franchise. The NHL found that this is a article from Yahoo Sports, by the way. The NHL found that the Coyotes under Shaka violated the league's combined testing policy, accused of conducting illegal pre-draft testing for more than 20 prospects from the Canadian Hockey League. CHL teams accused the Coyotes of putting draft-eligible prospects through physical tests, which is not allowed before the NHL scouting combine. Oh, so maybe he made them do like wind sprints or something. So, and then they didn't put a fine on the Coyotes after their scouting violations, but the Coyotes had to forfeit their second round pick in 2020 and their 2021 first round pick for their violations. So now people are saying that just right after he became Leafs general manager on May 3rd, he's being accused of tampering with other people's staffs already, trying to fill out his staff. He's not going through the proper channels. They're alleging he's not going through the proper channels to get people. Like he's doing like backroom deals kind of thing. And then after this drops, the next day, the NHL's like, oh wait, the Toronto Maple Leafs have the number one overall pick. Never mind, just let's just push this under the rug.
That's fucked, man.
So they get the first overall pick in 2026, and it was 10 years ago to the day, almost to the day, that they won the 2016 number one overall pick as well. So this is some crazy stuff that we're
Yeah.
seeing here, bud.
Which turned out to be Austin Matthews, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, on May 3rd, they're bringing up all these allegations of him being boats. So
Either
sorry,
way,
yeah, at least one team raised tampering concerns with the NHL as shakeup began to fill out his staff in Toronto. The team expressed concern to the NHL that players employees under contract may have been contacted without proper permission. So the league found that concern to be unsubstantiated. So the shit's been flying. Then the next day after this, they win the number one overall pick, and now it's a little crazy. So within 48 hours, they hired John Shaka and Matt Sundin, and then they won. Everyone's going crazy over whether they think this guy's the guy or not. And then 2 days later, they win the draft lottery.
if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah. So everyone's, yeah, everyone,
Well, fuck, the Leafs are so poo. They need anything that will help them. Shit.
yeah. So Penn State's Gavin McKenna and Swedish winger Ivar Stenberg are rated as the top North American and European prospects by
I
NHL
think it's gonna
Central
be
Study.
Gavin going there. Gavin's going to Toronto.
Yeah. So crazy stuff going on in Toronto. And for us fans in Detroit here, we're just like, will you please make us a better hockey team?
Yeah.
Because we're not very good right now.
No, we're
No.
not.
Yeah, we could talk about Detroit all afternoon, but I know you got to get to sleep soon as Ant's rubbing his eyes because he's so sleepy. Um, but if you're a Leafs fan, congratulations. It's got to be hard to screw up the number one overall pick.
They will.
And but I hope that it's a fun new build in Toronto
Mhm.
because they've got a new GM, they've got a new hockey ops guy. Craig Berube still the coach, so we'll see how things go. We'll see if Austin Matthews is on this team when they skate in October. What do you think? Prediction right now is Austin Matthews on this team in 26, 27.
I think so. Now that he knows that the first overall pick's going there.
That's a great answer.
If they didn't get the first overall pick, honestly, no.
Yeah.
I think there's still a chance that he still could go, but knowing now that you have the first overall pick, and if you are going to choose, who we think they're going to choose, which is probably going to be Gavin McKenna. So
hmm
if they choose him, do you take a guy like Matthews and do you trade him and you get a haul for him and draft picks, NHL ready players and build around Gavin McKenna?
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Like that's what's just some of the questions that are flying around. It might seem crazy because he's so young and everything, but I mean, pretty sure his numbers are pretty good everywhere he goes. So
He's
mm,
fantastic.
if they can get Matthews to stay and play with this kid too, and if
Yeah.
Willie can, play his game, and they need to make a move on D, and they need to make a move in net if they're serious about it.
I'm looking
Personally,
forward to
that's
it.
what I think that Toronto needs to do. The Wings need to do the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. The Red Wings need like divine intervention at this point. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
We'll see. Um, is there anything else you'd like to add, sir? That's a nice, tasty looking BioSteel you got there.
Fantastic. It's super crispy. It's cold. It's amazing right now. I got the wild berry or the berry there, mixed berry. It's pretty good. You want to hear a funny story before I go off the air?
Yep.
He's gonna remain nameless, but a guy on my hockey team, I played in this tournament called the Roscoe,
Yep.
and so one of our guys shows up, and he's probably one of our best guys on the fucking blue line. One of our best guys. Okay. So he shows up and it's nothing out of the ordinary. He's fine in the room. I don't really notice anything different. Well, we get out on the ice and he's like during warm up, he's like just not the same guy on the ice and he's like I thought there was something wrong with his skates. And I'm like, bro,
He was like a baby doe.
yeah, I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, or whatever, right? So we do warm up or whatever, and I've noticed him a couple times. I'm like, are your skates dull? Like, I asked him if his skates were dull. We so, anyways, he starts the game. I start the game on the wing. He's playing defense. The puck goes to him or whatever. He's like, was on the ice for 45 seconds probably. He spent like 33 of it like on the ice. Okay, so
So
and he's fallen or whatever. Well, anyways, the other team scores like 45 seconds into the game, and he's laying on a guy in in the crease as they score. Just just complete chaos. So the refs come up to us like, hey, like he has to go. Okay, so
he's a little under the weather. Is that
yeah,
what it was?
yeah. So we
Brown bottle flu?
yeah, so we
Or
so the
did he have the
refs were
brown bottle for breakfast?
so we're like, all right, whatever, did it. He goes. So we're in the room after the game and we're sitting there or whatever, and he's like, hey, guys, just out in the room. He's like, he goes, I have to admit, he goes, I'm fucking hammered. so, so, but he told me he's like, he was a bunch of beers in and had some shots. And I'm like, dude, like, why did you even dress? You should have just showed up. Like, we had almost like a full roster. Like,
Yeah,
he could have,
the boys will understand.
oh, yeah, the boy, we would have been like, all right, it's all good. But
We'll chirp you, but we understand.
he got a little too crispy before he came out on the ice, but it was funny, man. We were on the bench laughing. He didn't get hurt, whatever. We were laughing, but it was I didn't think anything of it, but
Yeah. It's funny when the beer league ref has to say, "Okay, that's too much beer."
yeah, he's like, all right, buddy, you gotta go, you gotta go. You're a little too crispy.
Yeah, and it's for his own, and it's for his safety
Oh
too, not just
yeah,
anybody
there's no
else, right?
way he could have played that game.
That's funny. But the thing is that he tried. Damn it.
Damn right he did. I mean, I told him, hats off to you for that. I wouldn't even try it. He's crazy for that, but
That's funny.
hilarious.
That is
That's
hilarious.
just beer league hockey. I kind of want to do something like a segment next season, like something around like just around beer leagues,
You
like
do
some
like a
other
mockumentary or something, like do
like
like a
some
day in
other
the
well, or
life.
just have like people just write into us.
Yeah, give us your hockey stories.
Give us your, you know what, we could fuck it. If you're listening to this and you have a good like beer league story, either send us like a voice note thing with your story or just, actually no, send it in to us, type it and then Brett can just read it to us
Yeah, we can
on
do
there.
that.
Yeah.
If there's a phone call that needs to be made so I can get some details, we can make that
Yeah.
happen.
Just let us know. Either
Maybe
way,
we could do
let us
like,
know.
yeah, beer league, yeah, beer league stories or
We'll figure out a like segment
beer
name
league
and stuff.
bedtime stories. That's what it
Yeah.
could be. So
We
I
can't
I
use
like that
beer league
idea.
beauties because I think there's already that name, so
Yes, for sure.
we'll
Beauties.
figure we can call it too crispy or something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, tell us about the times that your friends
You
were
got
too
a little
crispy
too
at it.
crispy in beer league, but yeah, we're gonna figure. I'd like us for next season to like start doing like a couple fun little segments that kind of,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Meet some people on the ground level,
Yeah,
because those are the people that
absolutely.
listen to our show, and we
Damn right.
appreciate.
Damn right. We see you.
We
We
see
see
you, baby,
you. Yeah.
shaking that ass.
Yeah.
All right, you good, buddy?
Yeah, man, that's good.
All
I'm
right, congratulations to Lakeshore again on winning the
yeah.
Stobbs Division championship.
Hmm.
Good season for the Windsor Spitfires. We had a good time covering you guys. It was a lot of fun. Toronto's got themselves a the number one overall pick and a new GM. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, we will find out.
Hmm.
And the Detroit Red Wings, as always, are just in purgatory. So we'll laugh at your team, but we'll laugh at our team even better because there's lots to laugh about our team this year.
Comes right
All
back
right.
at us. Right back at us.
That's right. All right. From all of us here at the Hattrick Hockey Podcast, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you get 20% off your order at biosteel.ca by using the promo code crispy. Crispy HTH. And of course, make sure that you use the promo code for Howie's Hockey Tape with HTH Podcast. Get 10% off your order there. For Anthony, I'm Brett saying so long. We'll see you next time on Hat Trick Hockey. Good night.
I've lost my